So this is our first session back after the loss of one player and addition of a couple new ones. Kim has stepped out of the campaign due to just needing to take some time off, basically, from doing stuff, and she has been replaced with the capable hands of RP Gamer and Bad Chili. Yes, it took two people to replace Kim. She is that cool. You'll also note that BB310 is not here today. He has a meeting, basically, so he's not going to be able to make it somewhat unexpectedly. So, our players for today's session are Tracy as Bree, John as Garrick, RP as Gax, and Chili as Zarn. And we will be explaining who those new folk are in a bit for those of you who haven't watched us before. Recap from previous sessions. What happened most recently is the party had been in the large elven city of Corellendale for quite a while. Not quite a while, for 2 or 3 days now, and have been primarily accomplishing personal aims, looking to get some information on just interesting things about town, or talking to some important folk about important things to their backstories, as the case may be. And when they were approached by a colleague of Indarel's, who is Kim's character, to ask the party to guard an artifact known as the Evermelt, which Indarel had recovered some time ago and was on display at the Museum of Elemental Art. He explained that there's apparently a ring of art theft, or a string of art thefts that have been happening in the city from various museums and other display locations. And this being a fantastically rare and valuable artifact, the Ibn, who is the colleague of Indarel's, was very concerned about its well-being, and the proprietor of the museum had basically just forgotten to procure extra security, had not completely screwed onto her shoulders. And so Ibn asked the party to help out with that in exchange for gold, basically, in exchange for a monetary reward. And that's where we'll start. I will go ahead and run Norin, which is BV's character today, should the need arise.
Just light up all the things.
Basically, yeah.
And you start to color now.
Okay. So, first things first, Tracy, or Bree and Garrick, you guys, along with Norin and Indy, wake up at the inn, or not wake up at the inn. You guys make your way back to the inn after meeting with Ibn and Alaya at the Museum of Elemental Art. Upon arriving there, there is a pretty decent group of individuals who are in the lobby, who, upon seeing Indarel walk in, immediately turn, and one member of this group walks to her and says, "Professor Shandar, we need you immediately." Indarel is concerned, obviously recognizes these people. She turns to them and says, "What's happening?" And they basically explain that there has been an extremely rare artifact uncovered in the swamp jungles of the Western continent that they feel that she needs to be present to help recover. And she's also presented with a letter from the chancellor of her university that basically explains that, hey, this is part of your job, go take care of this. So presented with little choice, and not without hesitation, Indarel leaves with this group immediately, as they are setting out as soon as humanly possible to get to this location. She apologizes to the group and says that she will inform Ibn that she will no longer be present, so that he can figure out an alternative, or if he feels comfortable with just the three of you, etc. A little while later, Ibn comes by, and he speaks to the three other party members, Bree, Garrick, and Norin, and informs them that he's heard from Indorel of her departure, and that he will be finding some additional help to assist in guarding the museum. Did you two want to do anything today before you guard the museum this evening?
I do.
Okay, what is it?
Well, I need to head back to the port district and spread a little cheer about a certain sailor around the town.
All right.
And that's what I need to do.
Okay. For what it's worth, if you guys want to do any shopping, now's also the time.
Yeah, she needs to get a gift for that orc woman. What was her name again? The half-orc lady?
Kieran.
Kieran?
Yes.
I should probably get her something. You know, since I called her a kidnapper and whatnot.
And you crashed on her couch after she helped you get home drunk. Yeah, I would say so.
A thank you gift might be nice. Indy said I was being unreasonable.
Maybe a nice candle.
Okay. So then, Garrick, are you going to come with her, or is she setting off on her own for this adventure?
Well,
I guess, Bree, would you like to set off on your own for this adventure?
It doesn't matter. He's not stopping me, though.
he is. He's not going to stop you. I mean, jeez.
Okay. Garrick's just going to hang out. Okay.
I
Or go
promise
his own
I won't
direction.
start any bar fights. Okay, I'm not going to promise that.
Garrick does want to go look to see if he can find what I mentioned to you on Skype.
That's fine. So I'll handle yours in a second.
Okay.
We'll do Bree's first. So Bree, you walk for a while and get to the port district. Are you looking for a place to go in particular?
Well, first of all, I'd like to get a gift for Kieran.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Probably thinking like a potted plant or something nice like that for our kitchen.
A potted plant. Okay.
Maybe
you're looking for something like that. You'll probably find
something that she can use.
Okay. You'll probably find potted plants and that sort of stuff in the Gateway District. If you want to look around there for a bit, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Hold on,
You look for a little while, and eventually you find sort of just a corner store that seems to have a couple of small growing things. Nothing fantastic or anything, but they have some potted plants, some ferns, basically.
Looks good to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in and try to buy it.
Okay. You walk in. There's a young elvish man. Actually looks to be not quite an adult yet, sitting behind the counter. Yes. How can I help you?
I need one of them potted plants.
Oh. All right. That will be about 7 silver, please.
About 7 silver. How about 5 silver?
Ta-da.
5's
I'm
about
afraid
7.
I'm not authorized to
So
bargain. Our prices are set.
Are you sure?
Yes,
How sure are you?
I'm certain.
Fine. You should try bartering, though. It's more fun.
I'll speak to my father.
Have to find.
So you're gonna buy the thing?
Yeah, I have to find where my money is.
Okay, so you procure the potted fern, and are now making your way to the port district to try to find Kieran.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stop at every little tavern I see on the way.
Trying to look for her.
Well, no, I need to find the little Barty type in each one and give them a few stories.
Okay. So what are you doing when you arrive in each little bar?
In each little one, I'm gonna look and see if there's a Barty type in there. Oh, and I'm also gonna
Okay.
make sure that Darlin's not in there,
Okay.
because I'm not
Seems
stupid.
intelligent. Okay.
And then I have little limericks to spread about.
Okay. That's fine. Would you like to... So you will walk into a few... You manage to find probably 5 or 6 smallish bars as you make your way to the port district. You, a curious sight, a halfling sort of lugging this potted plant that's maybe a foot shorter than you, all told. But you get into a few bars, find some, clearly bardic types that are, in between performances or just hanging out, whatever it might be. And you sit down and you speak to them. What do you say?
Well, I'm gonna tell them that there's like this real creep about town, and I know a few stories about him that I'm willing to share. And I have
They're interested.
I have a specific one that I really am fond of. Hold on. A boastful old sailor called Darlin said, "Dear, I'm so much better than Tarlin. If it's captains ye like, then I'm sure to delight, 'cause that ship will be mine in the morning."
All right.
I'd really like this one to spread.
Okay. Noted. At least a couple of the bards seem interested in your tale, and actually, go ahead and make a performance check.
Will do.
Roll the nat 20.
Yeah, that
Make
would
it
be
that
good.
much more epic.
I'll probably roll a 1.
Oh, don't say that.
In my style.
You can't roll a 1.
Yeah,
You are a
that's true.
halfling.
That's right. I rolled pretty good.
Okay, so with that, pretty much every bard that you encounter seems fascinated by this tale of this unruly elven sailor, and assures you, in fact, that they will spread on your fine handiwork.
Awesome. Because I've got more.
Noted. We'll say that you told a couple different ones for the sake of
Alright.
moving this story.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
She does have more, though.
Cool. Okay, so then now you're going to find Kieran?
Yep.
Cool.
Scarrick with me.
So are you looking? No, it's just you. Are you looking for her at the bar or at
I'm going to try her house first.
Okay, you're going to try her house first. Okay, so you make your way to her house. You remember it. It was not complicated directions. And you find it. What do you do when you get there?
I will knock on the door.
Okay, you knock and wait a couple of seconds, and then the door swings open, and Kieran looks down at you and says, "I wasn't expecting to see you again. Can I help you?"
Say, well, it was brought to my attention that I may have been less than nice to you when I met you last. And I thought about it some. So I brought you a gift, because you really were quite nice to me when you didn't have to be. I'm going to hand her the plant.
She sort of takes the plant from you and holds it up, and then puts it down next to the door, sort of in the entranceway. And she nods and she says, "Thank you. I appreciate that, and I do appreciate the apology. Can I do anything else for you?"
No, just when I saw you last, actually, you made me a little bit homesick. Because when I was on the ship, My friend Ron there, he sort of raised me. He's a half-orc, and he sort of reminded me of him a little bit and his son Gal, and I sort of got to missing them. And then it occurred to me I wasn't super nice to you, and I should probably come back and apologize.
Good to know. Thank you, and I'm glad I could help. I'm just glad you're all right.
Thank you.
I hope. I wish you luck in finding your friends again.
Thanks.
And with that, she smiles and then closes the door.
And then I want to go find another store.
Okay.
She wants to get I have a list.
I was unaware she had a list.
She's got a list.
I need armor and a hand crossbow.
What are you wearing at the moment? Well, actually, I don't
Leather.
care what you're wearing at the moment. You need armor and a hand crossbow. Okay.
That's just the way you said that.
Okay. So you can find probably both of those things in the port district without too much issue. Likely at just an armory, just one shop will have all manner of armor, weapons, etc.
Okay.
And it's not too hard to find one. They're present, no big deal. So you walk into an armory that you see nearby, and it's a pretty decent size, seems to be pretty well trafficked. And behind the counter is a middle-aged half-elven man, and he takes a look at you, sort of scratching his nose, and he says, "Can I help you? What do you need?"
Do you have any hand crossbows?
I do have hand crossbows. Will you be needing bolts as well?
Yes.
Very well.
Without
For
bolts.
one hand crossbow, including 20 bolts, that'll be 75 gold pieces.
Are you sure it'll be 75? You can't do a little bit.
I'm fairly sure.
What is this town in Burdery?
If you'd like to make a persuasion roll, you can, but you're going to have to do something more than say, "Are you sure?"
Are you sure? I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Okay, what are you going to do for your
And
persuasion?
I am going to say, look, I could walk out of here with nothing, but I'm not going to do anything anyway because I only rolled a 9. So
this is why you say what you're going to do first
I
and
didn't
then
roll
roll.
a 9. I only rolled a 3. I think I'm not persuading him today. These people don't.
He looks at you and he says, "Afraid not. 75 gold it is."
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Now, just put that aside for now. I'm gonna get it. But I've been told that I'm wearing little boy armor. I want girl armor.
So just the top bits and the
Meaning-
bottom bits?
No, it has to cover stuff, but
It covers the
I
important
want
stuff.
girl armor.
I'm not sure what you mean by girl armor.
I don't want to dress like a little boy. I need more feminine
wearing armor. It's all armor. If you want something custom done, I can do
I
it
do
for
not
you.
want something custom done. I just don't want little boy armor.
I don't know what that means.
Ah,
You can see the selection I have on the wall, and you look around, and he's got
does he have any
some
studded
leather armor, some hide armor, chain shirt, that sort of stuff. He's
Yes.
got a whole variety of armor, and there are pieces of pretty much every kind that fit in your size.
She wants some studded leather if she can possibly find it.
There is some studded leather hanging on the wall in your size.
Yeah, with studded leather.
Okay, so
How
you
much
go
for
pick
the
that one out.
studded leather, and what would you pay me for my leather?
Well, the studded leather will be 45, and you've currently got leather. I can pay you 5 gold for that. That's a standard rate for leather armor of your size.
Fine, because I know you're not going to barter with me.
No, I'm certainly not.
What did that add up to?
40 gold.
Plus the
You're
hand
no
crossbow?
Plus 75, that'll be 115.
75. Oh, sure it wasn't 45?
Yeah, because you got 5 gold back for selling the leather armor, assuming you did that.
Yeah. Okay.
So much bartering.
We may have procured a BV. Maybe.
Ugh, math today is not my thing, apparently.
Must have been a quick meeting.
So 115 you said, right?
Yeah, 115.
Also, do you have any coin purses?
We have a couple. Yeah, do you just need something plain?
Yes.
Yeah, I can get you a coin purse. That'll be 4 silver.
Okay. Oh, silver. One. Three.
Okay.
What?
All right. Anything else, Bree?
No, I'm just gonna put 20 of my golds into the thing and put it aside.
Okay. Are you making your way back now?
Yeah.
BB, attempt to speak, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And are you here for good? Are you officially here?
Yes, for now.
Excellent.
I am here
now.
for the
Yes, for now.
foreseeable future.
Okay,
Our
but
meeting got
things went
postponed
well.
until tomorrow afternoon because everybody's sick
Okay.
of talking about it. Which
don't
is
blame
nice.
I don't blame you. I
Fair.
really don't.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah. So RP, if you want to shift things over
Fixing
in the
it now.
Lovely. Excellent. Cool. So BV,
Yeah.
what just happened is I did the recap, and then Tracy went shopping.
okay.
Nobody would
That's
barter
basically.
with
Oh,
me.
and I also explained that Indorel has been called away by the university to go collect basically a rare artifact that has been discovered in the swamp jungles of the western continent.
Neat.
Yes.
All right.
And then Ibn, who was the dwarf who hired you guys originally, has said that he would be finding extra help.
Cool. Just really quickly, I don't really remember what the last session looked like. Can you give me the
So-
2-second version of it?
Yes, the 2-second version of the last session was Garrick doing some stuff with Keeper with his background,
Right.
and then you guys getting hired by Ibn the dwarf to protect an artifact in the Museum of Elemental Art.
Right. Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Also, now that you're here,
Mhm.
there's a thing I need you to do because you weren't in the last session. I want you to go ahead and roll an investigation check for that research you did in the library 2 sessions ago.
Not much.
Cool. You are just useless with the books. Completely useless, even after being directed to the precise section that would be good for you. You can't find a damn thing.
It's a 2 and a 1.
Hilarious.
Oh, fuck. That's a 1 and a 2.
Yep. Good job.
Beautiful.
So.
Poor Norn.
It's just beautiful. That's what it is.
Okay. So then they are doing shopping and any other personal errands. Did you have anything you needed to do
I don't.
in that regard, Norin?
Believe so.
You don't? Okay.
I think I
Any
was pretty
shopping
much
you
set.
want to do?
No.
Okay. Cool. Garrick, shopping
Yep.
for you. You just wanted to look for the one thing?
Yeah. Right now, that's
Okay.
pretty much all he needs.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh boy. Where is it? There it is. Oh boy, a +1. Better roll high. I did not.
Okay. The best you can do,
Beautiful.
you find a basic armory, and you also find an enchantment sort of shop. It looks like somebody who can enchant stuff for you. Would you like to check either one of those?
Go to the enchantment place.
Okay. So
Also,
you walk in.
This wasn't the thing I thought we were gonna do, but I can.
Oh,
There was
what
two
did
things.
I-
Remember
Oh, I only remember the one. What was? Just tell me what you're looking for.
the mask
Oh,
and the
Yes.
quiver.
I forgot about that. We'll do the quiver
Yeah.
first, and then we'll do the
Okay.
mask next. Start with the mask. Okay. Okay. So quiver first. You walk into the enchanter shop, and he, or I guess so. You walk in, and behind a counter, and this is sort of a dingy, dark, dusty kind of place, not super well kept. There is an older elven woman who sits there and says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was wondering if it was possible to put an enchantment on my quiver that would magically teleport my arrows back into it after I shot them.
It is possible. Absolutely possible. I can do that, no problem. It'll be 50,000 gold and take me 50 days.
Hey, oh,
I had a feeling it was gonna be that. Yeah. I don't have that kind of money. Not yet, anyway. I mean, that's gonna take a very long time for me to get.
That's
I mean,
fine. Would you like anything cheaper?
Oh, for now, do you have any interesting, unique arrows? Maybe.
Ah, unique arrows. Let me think. No, afraid not. Anything else?
she's not being
No,
helpful.
that's all I've got. Thanks for your help, anyway. And
No
he
problem.
leaves.
Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Quad. Thanks.
Anytime.
They won't
Doesn't help I rolled a
barter. They
six.
don't have anything. This
It
town
doesn't have to
sucks.
roll the 6, no. And so now you want to go looking for the mask?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoking.
Sorry, needed to blow my nose. So you go looking for a mask. Roll another investigation check.
Oh, please be higher than a 6. And not like a 7.
Okay, so you find
Hey.
like a fancy dress shop, basically, where you can find costumes and nice clothing and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So you go inside, and seated behind the counter are two individuals, an elven woman and a half-elven woman that appear to be about the same age, or not the same age, but relatively the same stages in life, anyway. Both
Okay.
middle-aged. And the half-elven woman immediately stands and says, "Oh, hello! How may we help you?"
I have interest in a mask. A custom
mask of what?
mask.
A custom mask, one that fits you precisely.
Yes.
Of what appearance would you like it to be? Small, large, flamboyant? Is this for a party?
I need it.
That.
Yeah. I'd like a mask colored blue. Not quite sure about fabric or anything, but I just need it. You know, and he's doing the same thing he needs it.
Mhm.
I need it to like cover my eyes, but
Something
nothing
simple
else.
then. Something simple and small.
Yes.
Excellent. We can do that for you. Such a thing, we could probably have that done in a day, if that's good for you, and it would
That is fine.
cost about 12 gold.
I can do that.
Excellent.
Shall I pay now or wait until you have finished?
We'll say half now, half at the end.
Okay, and he rummages and gives her 6 gold.
Excellent. Come back this time tomorrow and we'll have it ready for you.
I thank you.
Absolutely. And what was your name again?
Damn you.
Kevin?
you can, Garrick.
Garrick. Excellent. Thank you very much, Garrick. We'll have it prepared.
Thank you. And he kind of gives a small bow and walks out.
Very nice. Anything else from you?
Nope.
Excellent. So, then with that, Gax and Jarn, just for the sake of this, I don't know how much money either of you have. Do you have any shopping you want to do? Ibn has approached each of you individually. You're both in town for various reasons, and has asked you to help out, has offered you gold per day to help protect this artifact with these other 3 people who you haven't met yet. Do you have any shopping you'd like to do?
I don't. I think I should be good.
Okay.
Axe is broke.
All right. So that's a no. Cool. So then with that, we're going to go ahead and fast forward to this evening. You guys spend a little bit of time getting food, drinks, etc. And then eventually, you all meet up at the excuse me, at the appointed time of 8 p.m. At the Museum of Elemental Art. And so you meet there in the pavilion above the museum, as I described before. It's just a cobblestone area, flat, etc. Moment, please.
For those just listening to the
Quads.
stream for the first time, Quads was sick and he's getting over it, so...
Geez, Quads, way to get a cold.
You're
I
dirt.
feel you,
Thank
Quads.
you for explaining that, Greg. Yeah, I know you do. You got it worse than me.
Just let him keep constantly just dropping out of camera frame and then pop back in.
Quads is on the down, the downstream of it, and on the recovery, and then Chili's on the
On the way up.
on the beginning.
We're
Yeah.
just passing it
Yep.
around the circle here.
You guys
Not
can
good.
keep that the hell away from me.
You already live in the middle of nowhere in Canada. It's bad enough.
Oh, come on. People know where I am now.
Oh, man.
The
Jeez,
entirety of
way to
Canada.
bring it down, man.
anyway, we'll move past that.
I'm sorry, I've made that joke so many times. It doesn't register as something that would bother people anymore.
Fair enough.
Anyway, elemental. What type of elemental?
So the
Are we
Museum of
talking
Elemental.
like literally just consumed of fire?
No. So
Oh,
Yeah, it's totally
I'll explain the museum again in a second once we get in there.
thank
The
you.
Museum of Elemental Art, and you all know this already, basically, is a museum that is basically dedicated to the elements, basically. And so it's organized in 4 general quadrants. Water in the north, earth in the east, fire in the south, and air in the west, in order to approximately correlate to the elemental planes layout. And there are various works of art, some mundane, as in just portraits and sculpture, and others magical. And there are artifacts, specifically Indurel looked at some artifacts that were related to Deep Seychelles, the goddess of the sea, one of the goddesses of the sea. She found, I believe, a shield and a helm or something in the museum when she was looking last session. And so there's all sorts of artifacts and artwork and historical things in there. And specifically what you're protecting is the Evermelt, which is basically a stalactite of ice that hovers under its own magical power about 6 inches above whatever surface you attempt to place it on. and once precisely every minute, a drop of water falls off of it, hits whatever surface it's above, and then disappears. Some say that it's a countdown. Some say that it will never actually melt. The truth is not known. And it, according to the studies done at Inter University, there were basically no. It seems functionally indestructible by magical or mundane means. Cannot be melted, cannot be cracked, etc. It is currently being kept in a locked glass case upon a dais in the in the Museum of Elemental Art. Cool. So,
Thank you.
what? Okay, so you guys arrive at the pavilion above the museum, which is just a set of it's a large plaza of cobblestones, and standing nearby is Ibn, a dwarven man with an unkempt auburn hair and beard, dressed in scholarly robes, and Alaya, who is a half-elven woman, almond-skinned, who you know is the proprietor of the museum. So she walks to you, and as does Ibn, and greets the three of you by the hand, gives you a handshake rather, and says, "Thank you for coming. It's unfortunate that Indrel's no longer able to help, but we have procured some additional assistance." And she gestures, and with that, Gax and Zarn make their way out from nearby to meet you. If you guys would like to describe yourselves, I would appreciate that.
You want to go first? Yeah.
So, Gax is a goblin, and he's about 3 feet tall, and not wearing any armor, but has a shield and a battle axe. Javelins poking up from the backpack that he wears like a big peacock spread, and off of those are different colored banners, little streamers. They don't say anything or have any pictures or anything. They're just streaming off of there, basically so you can see where he's going as he's running across the battlefield.
Neat. Hello.
Looks very strong.
Narn waves hello.
And then
Is it
Zarn?
my turn? Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, striding up to you, very sexy-like, is a green, kind of like aqua green-skinned water gensai with like pulled back, long, kind of seafoam green hair. And he's got chainmail shirt, but he's wearing a sweet brown like pirate duster, and he's got a warhammer on one side, and he seems to kind of be like flipping a knife between his fingers, but the knife is like looks like it was made for somebody much bigger than he is, and he's about like 6 feet tall. But it's like it looks like it's someone's hands must be much bigger who else used it.
Narn sort of looks over to Garrick, looks at this guy, looks at Garrick, looks at this guy. There's more blue now. Hello.
Garrick looks over the
We have a lot
Norn.
of blue.
Garrick looks to
I'm
Norn
going
and
to buy
says, "What's wrong with blue?"
Nothing, but I feel like I need to buy a red hat now to balance it out.
It's more aquamarine.
Okay. I still think red hat just made Norn's
You
shopping
could
list.
share your makeup.
This isn't makeup. This is my skin.
I know.
Norn's mental shopping list just gained red hat. So that's happening after this.
Speaking of
Bree's
which,
gonna
Garrick,
see this pirate hat, and she's just gonna say, "Oh, nice hat."
Nice. So, how'd you guys end
Garrick.
up here?
temporary timeout. Garrick, are you makeup or anything at the moment? What's your
No,
appearance?
no makeup, hood
Okay.
down.
Plain face. Cool. Hood down. Okay, cool. Thank you. So yeah, speak as you would if you would like.
What was the
You want to
question?
go first, Gax?
Or don't.
Somebody asked a question. What was it?
Oh, it's just how'd you end up here? Come here often?
We were hired.
Oh, so
Garrett
how'd
looks
that
over.
go?
Garrett looks over to Norin and goes, "You trying to pick one of these two up? I mean, I'm not going to judge you or anything."
I'm just
Zarn
not very
just
good at conversation.
stares at you and doesn't say anything. Just keeps spinning the
Trying
knife.
to be friendly, Garrett.
Norin's just not very good at conversation.
I look up at Zarn and said, "He's probably talking about me."
I mean, I'm not talking about you. I like the streamers. They're very festive.
I think they look ridiculous.
Norin sort of turns off to the side, looks around, sort of stops maintaining eye contact.
At
I was
this
gonna say, they
point,
don't look anything at
Elia,
all like Indy.
Elia and Ivan
Who's
are
Indy?
sort of growing visibly
She
uncomfortable.
was here, and then she's not here. Don't worry about it.
She sounds annoying.
She's not dead, is the important part. That's the key takeaway from this. In no way did we accidentally feed her to anything. I want you to know that before we start.
Did we use her as a corpse pendulum?
I was going to say, there's no way a giant boar landed on her.
Yeah. In no possible way was there a boar-related industrial accident.
At this
Okay.
point, Elia and Ibn are just like looking at each other like, what is happening? What have we done? And just sort of shrug, and Elia and Ibn steps in and says, okay, so let's get going then, downstairs to the Evermelt, and we'll get you guys all set up, and then we'll leave and you have fun tonight, and we'll see you in the morning. Sound good? Yes, good. And so with that, they sort of push you all towards the center of the pavilion, just hurriedly getting you there. At this point, you guys reach the center, and Elia turns to you, and she specifically says, should you need to exit for some reason, you need merely speak the word tidal wave.
Oh.
That will only work for tonight. That is it.
I
There
will
is no
admit
other
that's
way
not what I
out
was
of this-
expecting.
There is no other way in or out of this building, and it will change tomorrow. But for tonight, that's the word.
Jarn kind of perks up at the mention of the word.
At that, she snaps her fingers, and the elevator, that is the ground, begins to sink. You all find yourselves, once again, in the middle of the Museum of Elemental Art.
Did you want to, for the sake of RP and Chili, to like reveal the map?
I can't.
Because they haven't,
Is
as
it-
far as we know, have they been down here yet?
You know what I need to do? I need to apply light to their tokens. Yes, they were shown, and so I showed the like RP and Chili, and then they were shown by Ibn.
Okay.
The layout.
Yeah.
Just a moment.
I see how it is doing
Jax
stuff.
and
when we're not
Zarn, do
around.
either of you have dark vision?
60 feet.
I do
You have
not.
60-foot dark vision, Jax?
I don't think that I do.
Okay. Oh crap! Hold on, I just did yours wrong. Doop, doop.
Ooh, half elf.
This.
Number 5.
I can see in the dark. It's more beautiful than I ever imagined.
Hold on.
I'm scared.
And that one. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see things now? At
Yes.
least little bits of things,
Yes.
depending on who you are. Excellent.
Yep.
Ooh, the light moves.
Yes, the light
Oh,
moves. Okay.
I remember this.
Yeah.
That is
Ah.
very
Sweet.
goddamn neat.
So with this, yeah, and so for those of you who haven't seen it already, the way that this works is that you move your token and the light will move along with you, etc. Um, so basically, the way that this is working is that it's lit in here, so you can see everything, but you can't see around corners, obviously. So it's currently 8 p.m. approximately. You're going to be here for about 12 hours. How are you all going to just stay awake through this? Do you want to sleep and do it in shifts? What's your plan?
Zarn will stay awake.
Were we
Apparently,
told this
I'm
ahead of
not.
time?
Holy crap.
Were we told this ahead of time?
That you were going to be doing night shift duty? Yes.
I'd have slept
Okay, so
during
you
the
can-
day then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nor
Yeah,
done
I'm
the
gonna.
same, assumedly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the assumption that like
You guys all
we took
a
care
nap.
of the shopping like 2 hours before we had to be there.
Mhm.
So sleep
Yeah, you
most of
guys
the
took a
day,
nap.
take care of shopping, go straight there.
That's fine.
Norn will stay awake as well.
Excellent. Okay.
Learn
So,
to
as a
jump.
reminder, the artifact itself is a little bit north of you on this golden dais.
I'm gonna go take a look at it.
Norn's going to stare at it.
So that's where the artifact is. That is what you were trying to protect. That is what you were being paid to protect. They specifically stated that anything else is covered, whatever. Obviously, they'd like it, not anything else to not happen to it, but what you're specifically being paid to protect is the Evermelt.
Okay.
So,
You said it kind of like it's like melting water right now. Or it looks like it is.
It's basically an icicle that is floating, suspended in the air, and one droplet of water drips off of it every minute.
Gotcha. I like water.
I don't know why.
Oh, I understand. I understand.
Okay, so now what we have to
stares
do.
off at a lamp.
Now what we have to do is we have to figure out the only way in is down that we know of.
Mhm.
So we'd have to have some people watching the artifact, but we also need people watching the the elevator down, just in case. I am happy to kind of sit in the shadows and have the bow ready to hit anything that comes down the elevator. I don't know if does anybody have any type of barriers or like repelling spells or anything like that. And then that makes Garrick think, and he looks over to Zarn and Gax and goes, "What do you two do if exactly?"
I hit it till it stops moving.
Okay, so you're a fighter type. Zarn, what do you do?
I make sure you don't die.
I like this guy.
For me,
Can you be a little bit more precise? I like the not dying thing, but
where were they when the owlbear was here?
Shut it, Bree.
When you screw up, I'm the one that fixes you.
Got it. You're a healer. Perfect. Okay.
I like this guy more.
Okay,
He's
so
such a dick.
fits you perfectly.
Oh, shut up.
Fucking rude.
Wow, you call me rude.
I take back what I said about you. And all the horrible I said about you
He's
before.
so smart.
Okay, so nobody has anything that would like magically protect it then?
Wouldn't that be your job,
Does light do that?
Mr.
Ma-
Ranger?
Magically? I don't have magic.
All I know is if someone
Oh,
takes
yes,
this, I
you
can
said
track it down.
Multi-class.
Mm-hmm.
I have multi-class and rogue and ranger. What do you think I have?
No, you could have had the alarm spell.
You do have spells at level 2 of Ranger, I believe.
What we should have done?
I could be wrong. That could be
No,
incorrect.
I don't think I have one yet. I have one in there. I have Pass Without Trace, but I can't use it
Oh,
yet.
but you
I
don't
just
have
didn't feel
anything
like taking
usable.
it out. I was lazy
No,
and
you do
didn't
get
feel like taking it out.
spellcasting at level 2. You should have 2 first level spells.
Yeah, I have Hail of Thorns and Hunter's Mark.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Can I Hunter's Mark the artifact?
No.
Are you going to attack the artifact?
No, but it would help me. If it was taken, I could find it.
What are you
Oh,
trying?
yeah,
I have locate object.
Okay.
Perfect.
Do you have to prepare that ahead of time? Like, do you have to like hit the artifact with like spell or whatever? I'm sorry, I
I
don't know
just
how
have
it
to be
works.
within. I have to just be within 30 feet of it once to see it, and then I can track it.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
As far as
Zarn thought ahead.
as far as ranged, I obviously have ranged attacks. He looks over to Gax and goes, I take it you throw those spears?
I throw hand axes,
Oh, that works too.
but I'm not particularly ranged.
Okay. So having you close to the elevator might be decent. Or maybe not. Maybe have him close to the relic. That way he can cut him off if someone gets there. I mean, if anybody else have any input on this, feel free. I feel like I'm just trying to be the general here.
All right. Zarn pulls out his warhammer and gives a little kiss, and when he kisses it, sparks fly off of it. He's like, "This little baby, this is Stormbringer. He and I will make sure no one gets near this thing."
Okay, so you're gonna stake out over here by the artifact.
I could even stay down. Actually, I'll stay back here, so when you idiots get hurt, I can run up and heal you.
Oh,
This is Zarn talking, not me.
Just breaking immersion.
I swear I'm not an ass.
Okay,
Ray's sitting here thinking, they called me rude.
Norton's sitting up in the front, like, huh?
I'm starting to look good now, aren't I?
No.
No! I'll remember that.
Okay, so why don't we have Gax and Zarn hang out near the artifact so they can protect that. Norin, you got the Eldritch Blast. That'll help.
Yes, I
Do
do.
you want to hang out near the elevator? We
Yeah.
can sit on either side.
Reasonable. What if we just stand in the middle? Like,
Well, if we
Yeah.
stand in the middle, the elevator comes down and it can kill us.
oh, yeah, you know what? That's a valid point. Good thinking.
Yes.
I do not want to be squished today.
Yes. You can't do any light spells when you're dead. And I've heard death is very dark.
I don't know, man. They talk about the white light.
Also true. So Bree, what do you want to do?
Well, we could set people up around the artifact and then just sort of patrol the whole area.
We can do that.
That could work.
Well, because Norin and I will have the ability to see down both hallways. So if he sits on the north-south hallway, I sit on the east-west hallway. We can see that way. And then if we put Zarn on one side and Gax on the other side of the artifact, they'll be able to see down the other circle. So did you want to go all the way down south so you could see around the other side?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
If I can find it.
And then Garrick's gonna hang out here. What is this object, by the way?
What's down
That's a
here?
bench.
Mhm.
It's a bench. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I would suggest. There's no benches on this line, is there? Damn. How about Norin kind of sits here? So he's not exactly in the line when it comes, if it comes down. And Garrick can kind of see him, so the signals can work with hand signals. And then if anything, Norin can signal to Zarn or RP if anything goes down. And doesn't Bree have message?
No.
Damn. Damn it, Tracy.
I've got to.
We can.
No, what I have is lots of Healy stuff because we didn't have a cleric.
You're going to have a lot of heals. All right, I mean, if nobody has any objections at this point, we just wait.
Yeah. For what's worth, I think, depending on where we place people, having them up a little bit more towards corners like this spot, if you can see where I am, gives a little bit more of a view.
Right there?
Yeah. Just from a light perspective, it gives. I've got a lot more things that I can see from this perspective. Like I can see down both hallways to my left and right.
Where is he?
I'm like right below the artifact.
You're up here somewhere.
Yeah.
I can
I'm
see
gonna move over
SWAT.
to this side.
You see that green line?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right there.
This place is like
Look.
big.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, see, the reason why I liked having Garrick where he is, next to the bench, is because
Lots of benches.
he can see completely down both hallways, and if Norin sits here, he can see the that's not what I wanted. This one. He can see up this hallway. So if he sits there, he can look this way, but then he can also look that way.
There's other hallways though.
Like what I was saying is, if I go back here, if you can see where I am, I have vision down this hallway, this one, and down and up. As opposed to where I was, where I didn't have any vision of this hallway on the right.
Well, I
Yeah,
got
but
the
when you
hallway.
start going into the black areas, it all opens up.
I got all right here, all the way down to about there, and then I can look
Okay.
all the way over to here.
Yeah.
All right. So the only stuff that we can't really see is the stuff on the far side of where the elevator would come down.
Okay, so
Well, what
Is that what it works out to?
Yeah.
can I see from back here?
Okay.
Oh,
No, I think that's
Oh, wow.
fine actually. If we keep everybody within, 50 feet of each other or 60 feet within like a sprint action.
all right.
Yeah.
Now,
except for
I can
me,
see here.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
see here.
yeah, that's
I
true,
can
yeah.
see here.
who I just
Yeah.
found out today that goblins can do 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gax is faster than Bree.
This so sucks. I'm wounded.
Okay, so you guys all figured out now where you guys are planning on just staying in those locations for the whole night, stand guard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good
Okay.
to me.
All right, sounds like the plan.
I stand with my foot up on the wall like James Dean style.
Garrick's
copy
gonna
it.
have his
Juggling.
Garrick's gonna have his bow out with an arrow notched in it.
Okay,
Just waiting.
Norin's just
You guys-
casually juggling some lit rocks
you
just for something to do.
you guys sit around for a few hours, quite a while. Rocks are juggled, walls are leaned against like James Dean, etc. Go ahead and everyone make a perception check.
Nobody fail.
Here we go.
Have you seen me roll perception checks?
I mean, fail is in nat ones.
Have you seen me roll perception checks?
9.
Oh my
Damn,
god!
I got a
Jack's
14.
sleeping.
Ooh,
Somebody got a
counter.
0.
No modifier on it either. There's even a -1 modifier. And Garrick nat 20s.
I nat 20'd it.
Garrick
At the
is
balance at our 0.
Apparently, I fell asleep.
So, basically, Garrick, you hear the faintest of noises the very faintest, from somewhere to the east of you.
So, off this way?
Wouldn't that be west?
No, that would be west.
That would be west, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Garrick is going to slowly make his way this way.
Roll stealth.
In retrospect, we should have worked out some kind of signal for when we heard something.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the next time we get hired as temporary guards, we need to remember to
Yeah.
work out a signal.
How about just, hey, they're over here?
Well, then they know we see them. Okay, I can see him sneaking through the hallway, right? Given the
Yeah.
light line I
You
have.
saw him.
You know,
Okay,
if
so
we
I've got an
saw him
idea
leave.
what's going on.
If we randomly
Okay.
say, "Hey, they're over here," quite often, then everyone that's in there will be like, "Hey, they see us."
All right. So Norin, at this point, because he sees Garrick sneaking down the hallway, he's going to whisper back to the other guys, "Hey, there might be something over there." Or he has to pee. I'm not really sure which.
He might just have
Something
to-
is happening.
Does Garrick
Okay.
hear
Very
this?
stealthy. Or his pee break.
You're whispering? You're trying to whisper
Stage
60
whispering.
feet away? Like
40 feet.
that's 40 feet from you. That's a loud whisper, my friend.
I can stage whisper.
You're stage whispering? Noted.
It's a thing.
Well, the alternative is I throw some lit up rocks at them, and that's not going to help anybody.
But help me.
Although, maybe?
Totally want a lit up rock.
Okay. Nora's just going to turn around and wave frantically. And then go back to watching down the hallway.
You're just gonna wave frantically. You're not gonna say
Wave
anything?
frantically, point down that hallway, wave frantically, make an action like I'm sneaking, and point.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Does
I swear.
Garrick see this, or is he paying
I
too
hope
much
Garrick
attention?
does.
You're not
hope
paying
you're-
attention to this, Garrick.
Okay.
He thinks Norrin has to go to the washroom.
Okay.
This is why I didn't give you any light rocks.
I need
You're so mean to me.
everyone to roll another perception check, please.
Woo!
I thought I had the
That's better.
24.
That's better.
All right. So, with this, Zarn, you distinctly notice two figures in approaching, and actually, let me do a thing. You will be able to see them when I do this, I believe.
Yes.
You distinctly notice two figures approaching. And Garrick, Gax, you might actually be able to see them as well.
I can.
Okay. And then Garrick, you can hear them. They're over here. Did you see that ping?
No.
It's north of you.
Right there.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay. So, everyone roll initiative.
Great.
That is
I always do great.
among my favorite favorites. Oh my god, it's a boar.
Oh, hold on.
11.
I really hoped a boar just snuck in somehow. 16. Woo!
Damn it.
Initiative.
Didn't this
How is
happen in
it
like one of the
this
first
way?
2 sessions we did?
What?
Where
my
I saw
God.
something and I was the first to see it and I go to attack it and then I'm like near last in the
Oh, I
initiative
got an
order.
11 too. So
I remember that.
11
happened.
was like a popular number.
So you just everybody goes at once. Oh, that's weird. Zarn's just showing up as a 0, not an 11.
That's because I cleared it
Oh,
after
you
he rolled up
did the thing.
accidentally.
I
Ah.
see.
I did a thing.
Oh yeah, he got 11 too. Yeah, 11 is a popular number.
Yeah.
What's
All the cool kids got 11.
Let's go kill some stuff.
And let me roll my initiatives. Moment. Oh, dagnabbit.
concern it?
Basically. Oh, come on. Let me select you. Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go.
Wrong layer.
Yep, wrong layer.
Our DM's rolling initiative.
DM's rolling initiative.
That's
Never a good sign, that.
yeah.
Especially when he rolls a
especially when it's
21.
high.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, why did it do that? That's weird. Oh, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so first thing that happened. Actually, first thing that happened
They
is a
removed
music
the elf.
change.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think your elf initiative got dropped.
It's something else took its place. It's fine. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're there.
Yeah, the 21 and the 12.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, first thing that happened is this tiefling here is going to go ahead and let me do some measurements. Maybe if I can find the measurement tool.
I have to watch the stream so I can know where everything is. Because I can't see anything right now.
That's fine. You don't know what's
Oh, I
happening
see.
then.
All I see is darkness. I'll be able to hear it, but I won't be able to see it.
So this tiefling runs to right here and then is going to roll a short bow attack on you, Zarn.
Bring it.
Rude.
15 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
Nice.
It clings off of your. You have a shield, right?
Yes.
No. Yeah, it clings off your shield harmlessly.
I'm currently
that-
banging Stormbringer into my shield.
Bring
Sexy.
it, bitch.
It's the alarm
then-
clock for Gax.
It's basically dong dong dong. And that is going to end her turn. That brings us to Norin.
Okay, Norin knows vaguely where that came from, correct? feel like it-
You definitely see Zarn raise his shield and hear the arrow clang off.
Okay, so I have an idea of where it's coming from based on where he is.
Yes.
So just step over this way. Not see anything. So clearly it's coming from back that way. And I'm gonna step up that way. And use my action to ready my packed weapon.
Noted. Okay, that your whole turn?
Yep.
Gax, you're up.
I rage, move here, and kill a tiefling.
Good luck.
Isn't that
Roll
just
on
the
the cat.
cutest thing you've ever seen?
The streamers flying behind are my favorite part.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have token selection, right? So just swing the battle axe.
Okay,
Nice hit.
so
Woo, battle axe is.
you
That's
swing.
not including the rage damage. +2.
Okay, so that's +2 on the rage damage. Okay, noted. Okay, it does impact, and it swings and takes a hefty chunk. Leaves a big cut sort of down the tiefling's left side. Yeah. Okay, and it is now the elf's turn. She is going to. Let me see here.
Oh, and as a free action, I say, you might want to pay attention to me.
Norin's looking around.
She is
But
going
but
to.
why?
she's going to run to here, and then she's going to cast darkness emanating from there. And so, if you'll give me just a moment.
Oh, she's gonna piss off Norn.
Norn has some strong opinions about this. Norn also wishes he was a level higher because he has daylight at that point. And can just laugh hysterically at them.
Hold on, let me look at this thing one more time. I'm being stupid. Okay. Nope. Stop that. This whole area is now magical darkness. You can't see through it. Dark vision does not affect. Is can't see through it. It's basically completely black.
Shit.
Okay.
Anybody
Now
have
your turn.
dispel?
Bree, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. These are all 5-foot squares, right?
Yeah, those are all 5 foot squares.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's see. Am I measuring? Oh, it's still too far. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just dash and do the whole 10 squares so I can get into this little. If my
Okay.
thing will ever select, which is. Oh, because I have the wrong button pressed. Never mind, as usual.
I'll do it.
Okay. And that's it. I'll run a little bit.
Okay. Garrick, you're up.
Okay, Garrick is going to take that. Actually, he's going to take a step forward. I'm going to say he's hiding behind this thing.
Okay,
This-
that's fine.
whatever-
Make a step check.
Okay. Really?
Okay. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do.
He is going to cast, as a bonus action, he's going to cast Hail of Thorns. Wait, no, I take that back. He's going to cast Hunter's Mark on her.
This one, this one here.
The one that just cast Darkness.
Yes. Okay.
That one. So, and then he is going to shoot her.
Roll
With-
your attack.
With un arrow.
Okay. Your arrow goes streaking out of the darkness, and slices through the side of her arm, and it does appear to hit and deal some damage.
Do I get sneak attack?
You do not.
Damn it!
You didn't have advantage on that, and she
That's
already
true.
went.
Nobody. Yeah.
Does Hunter's Mark give
Oh.
extra damage?
Yes, Hunter's Mark.
Roll your hunter's mark
I'm
damage.
going to be Laura now.
I mean, you could try.
And I believe
Oh, nice.
darkness
Nice.
would need a concentration save to stay up.
Actually, you cast hunter's mark on her this turn. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just whenever you hit with a weapon attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kidding. It's not actually a bonus action to do that. Okay. So then.
Well, it's a bonus action to cast it, and then I just did that for the
Yeah,
damage.
doing the damage is just to do the damage. Yeah. It's not a bonus action to deal the damage. Yeah. Okay.
I really should just
Um,
roll a 1d6, but
So that hit from you with the hunter's mark damage. That it didn't look that bad at first, and then it just suddenly she grasped her arm and seems to be in some real pain, not doing well. Garrick, you're up.
no, I just finished.
Duh. Zarn, you're up.
Yeah.
I didn't push the button. I'm good at my job. Do do do.
Did the darkness
Totally.
drop?
Everything's fine.
I am going to run a bit.
Well, did the darkness drop or concentration
No,
spell?
darkness is- let me.
I have
do a
another
thing.
character that uses darkness all the time, so
Never mind. Yeah, if it drops, let me.
Darkness is a concentration spell. Let me roll her
Actually,
so 8
Constitution check.
plus
I think.
6 is the DC,
let me do that.
or 10,
Damn it.
whichever's lower
Stop doing that.
or higher.
Hold on.
There we go. Stay right there. I'm not gonna worry about that. Can I stand in that water, or am I considered out of it?
You're considered out of it for the sake of this.
Perfect.
How far did you move to get there?
30 feet. 5, 10,
Okay.
20,
That's fine.
30 feet.
DC 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher. Okay. Let me roll that. Yes. So the darkness is still present. Succeeds the Constitution save.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So Jarn's gonna run up and he's gonna say, "You like darkness, huh? How about a little light?" And he just throws his hammer forward in his hand, and then sacred flame pops out from it right into her grill.
Norrin likes this.
Wow.
Oh,
Dude!
You
Dude!
misfire, and it goes right over her head. Just like,
Wow.
and she sort of looks at you like, "Sure, buddy, sure."
Almost completely 1 and a 19. Really?
Point of order. I don't
Yes.
think you actually need to make an attack roll
Yeah,
for
there was
Sacred
no
Flame.
attack roll.
It's just a dex save. Like, it's just a
Oh,
dex
yeah.
save.
Never
That
mind.
That is a true
I
statement.
only know this because I have been using it the whole time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I've
Good
been
call.
cheating for every game we have played.
Yeah, no, I think you're right because none of them are both.
I don't
I
play
believe-
spellcasters.
Light spellcasters are so much fun.
Yeah, no, there's no attack roll on Sacred Flame. Okay,
Woo!
so let me
Just
roll that
kidding.
dex save for her.
Sacred flame to the face.
So yeah, I'm probably
wow.
going.
She
Go.
manages to fail that saving throw somehow,
how did
despite
the,
being a monk.
Yeah.
And so that is 9 damage. Yeah.
9, yes.
do you have bonuses to the 1d8?
Full damage. No, because it's a level 1 spell. Oh, it's my cantrip, sorry. So no.
Just a suggestion, Mike. Go into your cantrips and unclick the attack.
Yeah, I did it, man.
Okay.
I fixed it.
I'm just making a suggestion. If you already did it, then you're smarter than me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So Ciara, the elf takes a fair bit of damage with that Sacred Flame that just sort of emerges from your hammer and blasts straight into her chest. And she is not doing well at all. She's looking really rough.
I look her in the eye and say, "You're fired."
Oh,
From around the
Okay.
corner, just slow
Do I
cough.
roll a d6 for pun damage?
No, no, you didn't.
No, only Bree gets to do that.
So, Kara is the tiefling. It's her turn now. She's going to move this way. Gax, you get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage because of the magic of darkness.
Actually, if I can't see, I wouldn't get one. Did the darkness stay up from the damage from the Sacred Flame?
All
Yeah.
right, let me roll it again. Thank you.
Sorry. If
Come
it
on,
went
stay
down,
clear.
then I do. But if not, then
Yes, she saves again.
okay.
So the darkness is still up.
So
is that true that you
if
don't
I
get an
can't
attack of
see,
opportunity?
you have to be able to see the target.
Cool. I'll take your word for that. That's fine. Sorry, still learning some of these rules, the combat rules. So then, cool. So then she's going to go stand right behind you, Zarm, and make a short sword attack at you.
Bring it.
12?
Misses.
Yeah, because you're not flanking. So yeah, so that does miss. It clings harmlessly off of your chain shirt.
I would also like to use my reaction to cast Wrath of the Storm, which she has to make
Which
a dex
is?
saving throw. She makes a dex saving throw, or she takes 11 lightning damage.
Holy shit! What is that thing? Oh,
Tempest
Jesus, you rolled-
Cleric.
Is this 2d8? Jesus Christ! At level 4?
I get that at my
This-
first level.
Man, I am not playing the right class.
Holy shit! Hold on, I'm looking this up. What is this bullshit?
Yeah, listen, Tempest Domain. It says also at first
Huh?
level you can thunderously rebuke attackers. When a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see hits you with an attack, you can
Jesus
use your reaction to
Christ.
cause a creature to make a dex saving throw. Creature takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage. My choice. I chose lightning because zippity zap zap.
Obviously.
She makes a saving throw.
So she takes half. She takes half, so
6.
5, 6. All right.
6.
5.5.
Is one of her feet in the water?
No, one of her feet
Oh,
in water.
Damn
Good
it.
try though. So she attempts to
I know
attack
what
you,
that
and you just spin around and just sort of gesture at her, and from your fingertips, these lightning bolts crackle. She manages to dodge some of it, but a few fingers of lightning still slam into her, and she is also not doing real well.
I just Palpatine the shit out of her.
You really did. Norin, you're up.
exactly what happened. So what would Norin have seen when the darkness spell went off? Like, would he recognize it as a spell, or is it just shit suddenly got dark?
It's very clear that it's a spell. There's a defined boundary. You're outside of it, and then immediately in front of you, it's dark. So it's clear that
Okay,
it's
good.
some sort of magical effect.
In a big sphere.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works. Then Norin will just hold his breath and run through to the other side of it. Just and then just like run through, dodge past Cax.
I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Sounds good. I think I might actually be proficient in that. I am too. Go figure. I did not do well though.
You run straight into Gax. You fall over and
Oh,
your movement
okay.
ends directly in front of you.
Hi.
Oh no.
Your
So by
movement
fall
ends
over-
in this space. You're prone in that space.
All right. I will stand up then. Go. Oh,
And that's your
hi.
turn.
Hello. He's gonna ready or just poke his sort of light spear around the corner. Just like
You
poke
can't
it over
see anything.
Zarn's shoulder. No,
The light,
I know
any
where.
light that you had is out.
Yeah, he's holding it like directly in front of him, like a small
It is
child
not
with a flashlight.
on. The light is out.
He knows it should be lit. That's what's worrying him. He's like,
Okay. I just
Uh.
want you to understand this. Norin is currently in pitch darkness.
yeah,
and
Norin
cannot
is
see
not
anything.
okay with this. Norin is very much not okay with this. He's
Okay.
holding spear in front of him, just very, very timidly.
And you
He's
just
sitting
ran
there
into a
weeping
thing that you weren't
softly.
expecting to run into. Fair
Would
warning.
I have
Gax.
known what I ran into,
It
or would I have
felt
heard
like
him say "ow"?
probably yes.
Oh, I
Okay.
Ugh.
Gax, you're up.
Norin has some idea what it was.
Would I have heard?
Ugh.
Real quick,
Uh-huh.
I have the perfect tool set up just in case Chili has any more puns tonight.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Well,
Perfect.
now we have to either get him sunglasses or invent sunglasses. I don't know which one's going to be more difficult here.
All right, Gax.
Would I have
Go
heard the tiefling run off this direction and try to attack someone
Make a
over
perception check.
there? I'm real good at perception. I got average.
you did hear her run off, and you heard sort of like screams of battle from off in that direction.
I would head in that direction then.
Cool.
20. After leaving the globe of darkness, I see where she's at and swing to attack.
And you flank the hell out of her. Let me check. Does flanking give advantage?
It's an optional rule that I haven't learned about.
It's not in here. Why is it not in here?
I think it's
Is
in
it
the
anything like
DMG.
sneak attack?
Would it be in the PHP?
Say it again, BB.
I was gonna say, would flanking be like in the PHP?
Yeah, that's
I can
what I'm
find
looking at.
that. Okay.
It's not, flank is not in the index, which surprises me a bit.
Well, it's not a 5th edition, it's a optional rule, so maybe it's
Yeah.
in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Maybe.
Maybe like,
Because I know it's not in the standard 5th edition.
yeah. Flanking, yes, it is. Good call. Optional rule, flanking.
Adam says flanking does give advantage. It's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
in
it
the
does.
DMG. So
Yep. Yeah, I just found it. So yes, you have advantage on that attack. Because I like flanking.
Total of 8
Um,
damage then. If a 20
Total 8
hits.
with the barbarian range. Okay, yeah, 20 hits. And with that swing, you cleave out at her, and you slice her right in the back. You hear sort of a meaty gargle, and she just collapses.
Hold up.
woohoo!
I guess he had
wait,
to ask you a question.
God.
Does that mean the darkness spell goes down?
The dark. No, that
No.
wasn't her.
Damn it!
I look at the elf and say, next!
It's
Norn
now
continues cowering in fear.
Oh, hang on.
it's now her turn. The elf's turn.
5,
Oh, unless you had something else, Jack.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll finish up my move.
Okay. The elf sees the tiefling go down, and she immediately just puts her hands in the air and steps back and says, "No, stop! No, 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 no! Please, please, no, no!" And that's all she does. Bree?
Well, Bree thinks something might be going on up ahead,
She'll get there eventually.
so she's gonna move up a little bit more. Still can't see shit. So let's go on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still can't see. Oh look, there's people over here. My
No,
God!
you walked on the wrong side of the wall.
Ah,
Can't walk through that.
why not? Let me.
Let me.
Pretty sure I could, go out here if I wanted to.
Yes.
And that's it.
Perfect. Okay. Anything else, Bree?
No, can't see squat.
Garrick, you're up.
Garrick is going to.
When she
With
puts
an
her hands
arrow.
up to the spell, did she dismiss the spell or did she leave it?
She left it.
God damn it.
Okay, hang on. I want to see something. It's 35. Okay, I gotta zoom in. I can go to there. Okay. Garrick is gonna go to here with an arrow notched, just pointing. Because I'm guessing she's facing away from him right now.
At the moment, yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have the arrow notched, aim right at the back of her head, and just say, "Give us one good reason why we shouldn't drop you now."
Okay.
And then,
Um.
if she can't respond, he's gonna hold his action just in case.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end initiative at this point. And
Dax is
in
pointing
the
at
actual
the globe
combat
of
round.
darkness. Drop that.
Okay. She sort of nods and then closes her eyes for a second, and then opens them, and the globe disappears.
Poor Nora's
Norin, you are
Doran's
back in
sitting there
play.
just sort of rocking back and forth.
sobbing and rocking.
He's breathing fairly
Um,
heavily at this point.
Sorry.
He's like,
Um,
okay. Wow.
And then she's still sort of standing there, hands up, and she's like, "Look, we weren't expecting people to be here, and we were contracted to do this, and I didn't want
Garrick wants
just
to
don't kill
insight
me."
him.
Yeah, same.
Okay, roll an insight check, both of you.
And I say, "Who hired you?
17.
Is the thing still there?"
You can't. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the glass case still appears to be there. Evermelt inside, nothing seems to have happened to it upon just looking at it. Zarn and Garrick, she seems honest. She seems scared, and like legitimately very scared and injured and honest.
Who hired you?
I
That's a
thump
valid question.
I was
I thump Zarn and say, "See what goblin interrogation does."
I don't.
she's sort of just like, and she looks around and she says, "I was approached by we were just look, we're."
Use your words.
She's trying to get it out. She's really struggling with this, and she just says, "Look, I just recently met her, and she's in this organization, and I don't know much about it, and I just
What's the organization called?
it's an underground criminal organization. It doesn't have a name, or if it does, I don't know it. And she was approached by someone, and who asked for us to steal this, and said it wouldn't be easy, that there weren't any, that it would be easy, and that there weren't any guards. And so we agreed, and they were going to pay us, and it was going to just give me some money, and I just and something to do with my skills, and I didn't want anything to happen, and now
Dax
now
says,
Tiara's gone."
Dax says, "Her," and points to the tiefling that's on the ground. Is that who she's talking about?
And-
Have we confirmed
And
that
she
she's dead?
sort of nods.
As a silly question, are we 100% that she's dead?
She's pretty dead. Like,
Mostly dead or all the way dead?
she's all the way dead.
Okay.
I mean,
Like,
I
she
would like
is-
to cast Spare the Dying on her.
didn't you hear my first round?
Spare the dying.
Because I got some
Nice.
questions for her.
Okay. Okay, sure. You cast Spare the Dying on her. That's a cantrip? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is.
It's a touch.
Clerics.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
It's
So
less
you
terrifying.
walk over to her and cast Spare the Dying, and
FYI,
you see,
that's going to take 10 minutes.
Is it 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Probably
that-
is. Isn't it?
One
Yeah, it
action,
is
10 minutes.
If
So that's going
correct.
to
Let
take a
me
while.
check.
Just
No, it takes one action. Duration is 10 minutes, is what that means. Let me check, but
so we would have to
checking
get
too.
her back
nope,
to.
I don't know where you got 10 minutes from on that. It is instant. It is an instant duration that takes one action to cast.
So I'm just making her stable. I'm not bringing her back up.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just making her stable, and so you see, there was a large gash and like blood and sort of like organs spilling out.
2 gashes.
Well, yeah, but one in particular, the second one, is really large, and it
Gax-
sort of
Gax
just
is
knits
counting.
itself back
There's
up
2.
magically as you touch her. She is now on the ground, sort of surrounded in blood, but seems to be breathing at least.
Anybody got some rope? Tie this bitch up.
Garrick asks the elf, did the tiefling hire you? Or were you
No.
both part of this troop?
No, she didn't hire me. I just met her recently, and we were just hired, and she was already part of the group, and I wanted to get involved, and this was supposed to be easy. This wasn't supposed to happen.
So this is your first ever, like, attempt at this?
First ever.
Yeah.
Or anything like it?
It's your first
Yes.
day, is what we're taking away from this.
If so, it went
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
She's
Really
just
did
like
not
in
think that was
tears
easy.
now. She's just like weeping profusely,
crying, you
and
baby.
is yeah,
Garrick
and just like hiccuping
takes the-
sobs and
Garrick puts the bow down and puts the arrow away.
Norin looks over. He's like, okay, 2 things. 1, darkness not okay. 2, you should probably find a new boss. Because this one seems like a dick.
Indeed.
I feel like if you need money, this is probably not the best thing you could have done with your life.
Like, we made money by escorting a guy from town to town.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you have to do that, but I would recommend it.
There
It
are
is
safer, less
terrifying.
there are safer, more legal things you could have done to get money.
Like,
She's
for
just
instance, we made money
Many
by
things.
killing this tiefling here.
Well, technically
She's-
she's alive, but
Mostly killed her.
she at this point has sort of sunk, and she's like she's like on her knees on the floor, and is just sort of like nodding and crying and not really capable of
Garrick,
speech at this
Garrick
point.
is going to pick the elf up, like, gently, and escort her over to this bench.
Okay.
And you'll
Zarn is
sit
gonna
down.
I'm gonna put my knee on the tiefling's chest to keep her down, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds real quick to bring her
I
back
thought
up
I
so we
was
can
doing that. Good job.
so we can talk to her.
That's actually better that you do it.
That's fine. That's fine. Cool. 4. There we go. Easy to kill her. She gets annoying.
She's awake, yeah.
When he gets done doing that,
Um,
Jax is just tapping his battle axe on the ground. Tink, tink.
She
Think-
comes to consciousness with your knee sort of on her chest, and she immediately sort of looks up at you and is like,
Morning.
Well, I'm guessing her hands are bound, so she can't do this.
"Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot you bound her. Yeah, her hands are bound." And she's sort of just like,
Yeah, we did. Oh, that was weird. Sorry.
"Hello."
Hi!
Yeah, we did.
Hello there.
And she just sort of looks up and says, "What do you want?"
I pick up my hammer and I hold it like
I would
above her
like a
face,
drink.
and I'm gonna say, I got some questions.
Yeah, like, how did you
depending on
get
your
in?
answers. Yeah, I got some questions. Depending on your answers, either this hammer stays in my hand, or maybe I drop it. Who knows?
Not actually swing it, just drop it straight on
Just
you.
drop it.
Ask your questions.
Who sent you?
This organization, the organization I'm a part of, I was sent by Galind.
It's like Galind.
Galind.
Is that the name of the organization, or is that a person?
It's a person. You don't know Galind?
No, I don't. Do you know who I am? No. Shut it.
She
Tink.
does.
I mean,
You know
he has
who
a-
I am. Who am I? What's my name?
John Cena! Da, 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 da.
my name.
just side note, while
like,
this is
I don't-
happening,
I don't
just
know
gonna
you.
move over here.
Okay.
I was just gonna move over to this side and watch down the other hallway, just because he's like, eh.
So where do we find this Galind?
I don't know. He
Alright,
doesn't. He
I'm
didn't
gonna
approach
inside
me
that.
directly. Okay.
Can I insight that?
Yes, insight is the one.
Alright. 15.
She seems honest.
Okay.
Did you
then
want to?
She's
Did you want to move the elf's token to the bench just for the hell of it?
yes, I would.
how did he get in contact with you?
I was approached by a messenger. That's how he always does it. He never approaches in person.
And how do you know it's a he?
I don't. That's just. I suppose I don't. Everyone just assumes he is.
What do you know?
I bet it's a she.
I know that I was offered a substantial sum for me and for myself and Ciara to steal this artifact to take it to.
Yeah,
take it
how'd that go for you?
Well, not well.
Yeah, I can tell. You guys got any questions for her?
Yeah, how did they get in?
That's a good question.
That is a really good question.
I did not think of that.
We have scrolls.
Scrolls of what?
It's in my pocket. I just read it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's-
I can tell.
Oops.
It's a spell that let us in, and I have another one to get us out.
I'm gonna check her pockets.
Okay.
In a very non-sexual way, people. I'm not a creep.
I don't
You rummage
believe
around in her pockets, and you pull a scroll of Dimension Door.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait, Dimension Door. You have to see. So
They
that
have
means
to
they've
have
been here.
seen.
So that means they've been here.
Yeah, but it's a public museum. So
Yeah,
maybe
open during the day, right?
maybe they were going to use.
But this
it
is
to
a
get
secret
out.
place, isn't it? You need a
You don't-
you need
you
a
don't
special
have
password
to-
to get down here.
You don't have to be able to see where you're going to Dimension Door there. You have to know where it is and be in range.
So they're going to use it to leave.
You basically... Yeah, they could use it to leave or come back or enter, yes.
So where would this dimension scroll take you out?
We would have
Where'd you
just
have-
used it to pop... We would have just popped back out on the street above.
Ah. And where were you supposed to be taking this ice thing? He says, gesturing towards the Nevermelt.
We were going to meet someone at the tavern where we met and give it back to them.
Which
What tavern was that?
It was the Minotaur's Horn.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh. We're going there.
Well, obviously we're going there.
Garrick, just out of nowhere, looks at the both of them and goes, "Does the name Agamemnos mean anything to you?"
Should I? Oh, to them. Okay, they're asking
To them,
me.
yeah.
I don't know.
They both shake their heads no.
Does the name Jerry mean anything to you?
What about Roger?
Their heads no.
Jerry.
Let's just start going through the list of names.
Minotaur
Yeah.
Horn. Have I been there?
Were you there on that one
No,
wonder?
you have not been there.
Okay.
Would
I've been to
I
lots of
have been there?
bars, so-
Would any of us been there?
Well, no,
How
just because
about, how
I'm
about your
like,
mother? Has she been
Three
there?
places.
why? Did you read my updated bio stuff? Because
What are you implying about his mother?
It's possible that you've been there. You'd be familiar with where it is, probably the general gist.
Okay. Cool.
You. It's not unreasonable that you've been there.
Okay.
I just
I know
wasn't
the-
sure if this was a name I was actually supposed to be recognizing.
No.
I know the place, guys.
So, okay, so Zarn knows where it is?
Yes.
Okay. Garrick looks at the tiefling and says, "How long have you been doing this?"
Not long. I'm still a novice. maybe a few months.
So, this Galland just kind of sent 2 rookies in to try and steal this thing from a pretty
It's
heavily
supposed
guarded
to be.
museum?
This is not a heavily guarded museum normally.
Well, I mean, I will admit, I don't think they thought you were going to dimension door in here.
We
But,
staked it out the last 2 nights and no one was here.
well, yeah, that was our plan. To not enact the plan until something was going to happen. So,
We just outplanned your plan.
I feel like...
The
Since
elf
we-
is still just sobbing, by the way.
Yeah.
Will you shut up? God, someone get her a tissue.
Well, you
She
woke
cries
her up.
louder.
Sarn, let her go, will you?
Well,
The tiefling is not sobbing. The tiefling is looking angrily at you.
At me?
At
Yeah,
everyone.
Considering you're the one holding a hammer like a foot above her
Yes,
head.
primarily at you,
Yeah.
but
I grin.
I wink at her.
we just almost
Well-
killed her. Are you trying to pick her up?
what? Can we? Even though we're underground, do we know how long we've been here? Like what
you know
time
that it's been
it is?
several hours. You gather it's sort of the wee hours of the morning.
So like 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Ish.
I look over
Okay.
at
So we're
the,
stuck here for hours with these people.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the hammer so it's like an inch away from her face. And then I'm gonna pick her up. So do we take them with us to this tavern or do we just go ourselves?
Well, I feel like we should at least finish out what
yeah,
we're
I
doing
don't think
here.
our job is done.
Oh yeah, not now.
We can't leave.
Well, because when it's up, I can guarantee you. I forgot what's his name. Indin.
Ibn.
Ibn. Thank you. Ibn's probably going to come back to make sure that everything went all right, and then when he gets here, these 2 are going to be here. So I feel like we just finish
Hide
out.
them under a cloth.
We finish out the night and take things from there.
Yeah,
Keep
how much time do we have left in here?
A few hours.
A few
Okay.
hours left. Yeah.
Well, horny Mick Bitchface is tied up, and then the other girl's crying, so we should be
Garrick
fine.
pulled out like a clean cloth or something and gave it to the elf.
Alright, can we tie her up too, just to be sure?
I don't think she needs to be tied
Garrick's
up.
nicer
I
than
agree. If we're
elf.
watching
Never been
this
free.
thing and a battle breaks out, I don't want to have to be watching her too.
I don't feel like the elf needs to be tied up. She's pretty distraught. I mean, just look at her.
Ugh.
Leave her tied up.
Tiefling, I agree, needs to be stayed tied up. But the elf doesn't need to be.
Fine.
Also, Garrick looks down at the elf and says, I take it your name is Sierra?
At the elf.
Yeah.
She looks up and she just sort of sniffles and nods.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to turn my camera back on for this part. While she's talking to Garrick, Zarn just goes,
Wow.
Can I incite the elf to see if these are crocodile tears?
Sure,
I-
go for it.
You know, kind of metagaming. Garrick already incited her, and
Oh.
her,
Not for
forlornness
that
was.
specifically. Bree,
Oh.
she is clearly distraught. These are
Okay.
not false tears.
Well, Garrick's falling for a hook, line, and sinker, so I just want to make sure.
Well,
don't worry guys, I'm not falling for it.
if another fight breaks out, she's his responsibility.
Garrick nods and says, "I'll take the
He
responsibility."
gets that a lot.
But name one time we've had to do this.
That it's had to be his responsibility. I'm sure it has been before.
Well, I'm sure it has.
Elf, I'm crying. Feel sad for me. Jerk. This is fun.
You're seriously gonna untie her?
No, we're not untying the tiefling.
No, she's saying you should tie up the other one.
I
No.
think they both should be tied up.
What if we tie the other one to Garrett?
Yeah, like Yoda it. Like tie her to your back.
Yeah.
No.
That way,
And then
she's
Well,
both out of the way.
That's 3 against 2.
taken
then
care of.
she can cry
in
on
favor
you.
of time.
If it makes you feel better, how about we just
tie
like
her on
tie the
first.
wrists together or something?
We could knock them unconscious and loot them.
I like the cut of this girl's jib.
Norrin edges away.
Missing
a
out
little
on
bit.
the loot.
Now that's the
I've
best
already got-
idea I've heard all night.
Well, I've already got the scrolls from the one.
Yeah.
I could viciously mock them.
I'd rather you didn't.
You can do
I
that
don't know
without
what
using
happened
a
to that
spell.
cat.
We should disarm the elf.
I mean,
either
the little
way.
elf, she'd totally.
Oh yeah,
cry.
taking weapons away is a really good idea.
Well, definitely tie her.
Emptying pockets
What-
from spell components. You know.
What weapons
Yeah.
does the elf have?
The elf does not appear to have any weapons
The elf was the mage,
Um,
right?
outside of. She's got some. If you check her, she's got some darts.
Oh, tie her hands up. Please tie her hands up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also.
Garrick
because
will
she-
tie her hands up.
She
Yes.
was also a
behind-
Dagger,
character. We
too.
should probably.
I
yeah.
didn't say that. That was someone else this time.
What?
To gag her.
So she should be gagged if she's a mage.
I was actually
She could
going to the
say
same thing.
something.
Somatic
I
components are
don't
a thing,
like
man.
where this is going.
Okay, we're not.
Garrick's
not
not.
gonna gag
Garrick
her.
is willing to tie her hands together, but not willing to gag her.
Who searched her for the darts?
Who's closest?
That was
Me?
Garrick, probably, right?
Okay.
Mm.
Garrick, in addition to finding the darts, you also find what appears to be a holy symbol. It's a medallion, and it's got a fist on it laid over 3 concentric circles. Make a religion check.
Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna fail miserably. Unless I nat 20 it.
No,
Nope.
you did not.
You
Other
don't know
end
what it is.
there.
What do
Alright.
you do with it?
Okay, so he looks at it. I have no idea what this is. You guys know what this is, and just kind of holds it up to the group.
Show it to the cleric.
As
It's a
she
holy
realizes
symbol.
that you found it, she somehow manages to just wail even louder. Her head is in her hands at this point. She is.
Oh my
completely-
god. Shut up.
Told you to gag her.
This is agonizing.
Look, lady, you gotta
And
stop.
and the tiefling is looking over at her just like with disgust.
I look at the tiefling. Is she always like this?
This one's new.
Oh god, I can tell. All right, can I take a gander at the old symbol?
If you'd like to go over and look at it, or if Garrett brings it to you, sure. You can't really
Oh.
make out any details from where you are.
I would like to go over and look at it with a religion check.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. That's the
Almost.
second one.
You recognize the symbol on it. It's pretty it's a pretty well known symbol anyway. This appears to be some sort of modified symbol of cord.
Ah,
Hmm.
gotcha. Aren't cord people not supposed to not be babies?
You don't get a response from her. She's just done.
Garrick sticks the holy symbol in his pocket along with the darts, and then realizing that she is sobbing worse because of the symbol and because of Zarn
I'm not doing anything.
on top of them being annoyed with her, he is going to escort her to the bench right here so they're further away.
Okay.
Baby.
Stop trying to get her alone, Garrick.
Yeah.
Norrin
If I
looks
were-
over, just kind of
You're being really weird.
narrows his eyes a little
If
bit.
Garrick wanted to get her alone, he would have gone to the opposite side of the museum or the room.
That's
into the
creepy.
darkness. That's terrifying. This is probably an unnecessary question at this point. Is anything else happening in here? Like
Nothing that
are,
you.
While
are we
this was
like?
going on, somebody came
Yeah.
in and took
Is somebody
Well, you-
like stealing this while we're distracted?
Well, you guys are in
why
clear.
I'm
We're all
standing
in
over
clear
here.
sight of the relic. So if anybody was like trying to take it, we would have seen him.
I moved
You
back to
guys
my
haven't
position
noticed
anyway.
anything else happening, and the relic is still distinctly present.
Dripping
So,
every minute.
about what time is it?
Early in the morning.
It's like
So-
the fifth time we've asked.
Basically, what I'm asking is like, how long do we have until
5 minutes since
If
you
it
asked the
comes back.
last time.
Like 3 hours.
It's been
Very
like
patient
3
for a long
minutes
time.
since the last time you asked. It's
Yeah.
about that much closer.
Fine then.
So we've got like 3-ish hours left.
Or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. 2 hours and 54 minutes left. Okay, good.
Yeah.
If we're gonna just wait it out, I feel like we should probably put both of these guys somewhere that they're not gonna be close enough to touch this thing. Because
Put him in the water, and then if they're bad, he can lightning bolt the water.
I was just gonna say that.
You guys
Bree,
are
you are-
evil.
Bree, you are my spirit animal.
You're like, you should just change their alignment to like chaotic evil.
I'm not evil. I'm not gonna like. If they just don't move, they don't do anything.
The elf
good.
is sobbing.
That's
She's
also
fucking
good.
distraught, and you're like, "Fuck her! We're just gonna lightning bolt her ass." And it's like,
She's
That's
like,
chaotic
"Let's
evil."
murder her," but she was crying.
let's
I'm not
murder
like,
her because she's sobbing.
I'm not holding a toaster out and like get in there so I can drop this.
I mean, to be fair, he did just try to steal something.
yeah, but they did
He
attack
was-
us.
They're not nice
Like,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a holding cell, so we put him in the water. I got my nice little Stormbreaker mace that I can zap him with lightning. Just don't
If you
do
wanna
anything, we'll
put
be
the-
fine.
If you want to put the tiefling in there, knock yourself out. But the elf's not going in.
Oh my
Can we put
god,
the
let your
elf
girlfriend
in it?
go.
They're terrible.
Can we at least put
I'm
the
Little
terrible.
tears and
Garrett
I am
like-
terrible.
putty.
Then a tree.
I remember this.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
I'm terrible for not wanting to throw this woman into a freaking puddle, thing of water.
It's
So
a puddle.
even the slightest wrong word to you, you can just zap her and kill her. I'm wrong.
Garrick
Would it
loves
make you feel
crybaby.
better?
Garrick
Would it
loves
make you feel
crybaby.
better if I like prestidigitated it to warm it up a bit?
Yeah, warm water
Would
conducts.
that make you feel better? Like if I made it warmer, so that
Yeah.
it wasn't like
No, because it's still water.
It's like a luxurious bath.
yeah, it would be like a hot tub.
Yeah,
We could invent in the near
that
future.
could kill them if they don't follow my directions.
You do realize the rest of our enemies are all just gonna cry now.
Yeah, we're being very reasonable here.
Yes, because word is really going to get around about me being soft on one person.
Oh, you never know.
Okay,
People
so-
talk. People talk.
The way I see it, our options are like wait with them normally.
Yeah.
Wait with them under guard. Kill them, which I don't. For the record, I do not agree with. I do not think that's a good option.
I could be persuaded.
I'm sure you could. I do not like the idea, especially when we could go and like hunt down criminals because that seems fun. I don't think there is a situation where we can actually put somebody outside and get the guard. So
I mean, technically speaking, we know the password to get out of here.
yeah, but then we've opened up the whole fucking thing, and that seems worse.
Could have
Why don't
been,
we
I
just
guess
slap them on
like-
the wrist and tell them, don't do it again, guys?
could have been their
that work?
plan from the beginning.
She was really sorry. She cried.
Oh, I'm
What
so
if we tied their
sorry.
legs to the bench?
It's my first time.
Okay, Ugh.
Wow.
This is taking a really dark turn, by the way. What if we took them
Exactly,
both
that's
and
what I'm
tied them
thinking.
both to the bench? Would that be better? I'm working under the
You've got
I'm
to
working
give
under the
them
assumption
care.
that we can't like suspend them from the ceiling in any way.
I
because
know
that
these
worked last
pendulums would be so awesome, and it would kill lots of time.
I
We
mean,
could
it
have
worked
like
last time.
pendulum bowling.
Why don't we sit them on the bench and take Gax's javelins and just have them pointed in towards them on the bench? So if they move, they'll stab themselves. That way, they're not. I'm not hurting them. They're hurting themselves because of the javelins.
That could work.
Garrick,
And then we put.
But-
while they're talking,
Harsh.
Garrick heard the tying to the bench thing and starts tying the elves' legs together, and then also tying the extra rope to like the legs of the bench.
Okay, now let's put this bench in the water.
No,
Yep. Sorry.
This is
Honestly, she's crying so much. It's the best place for her.
Yeah, because her tears will make the pool bigger. We're actually
Guys are
helping now.
you guys are fucking evil.
No, we're
Like
not.
seriously,
We're helping to make that-
we've gone beyond like sarcasm now. We've just gone to pure evil.
I'm not saying I'm gonna kill her. I'm just saying if she sits there and just keeps crying, she's fine. All right, she tries to break out, zippity zap. Well done, elf.
How about this? We leave her where she is, and I take full responsibility of what she does.
All right. Zarn puts his hands up and walks back towards the tiefling.
The tiefling, I don't care what you do with her, because she apparently doesn't feel remorse at all.
All right, I'm gonna pick the tiefling up off the ground. I'm gonna say, "Quick! If you start crying, he'll feel bad for you."
She's already shown her
just
true
doesn't-
colors. At this point, if she starts crying, it'll definitely be an act.
I love you, John.
He just
You're
looks-
making me hate Zarn right now.
We're still friends.
Okay.
Sploosh.
I mean, how
now
deep
have
is the
picked-
water anyway?
It's not very. We discussed it last time.
No, it's not very deep.
It was like 2 weeks ago. I forgot.
For what it's
Yeah,
worth,
we
that
discussed
pool
it
of
'cause
water
we-
is in fact like an art installation.
Because we were
Oh, so
asking if somebody could get in that way.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
right.
It's like maybe 4 or 5 feet deep.
Oh, never mind then. All right, I'll tie her to this bench over here.
I was gonna say, if it's like you know a foot, you know, like 6 inches or whatever, that's one thing. But it's like 5 feet. It's like
Yeah, that's up to your neck.
Yeah, I thought it was like just like a little like display pond, where like it's just like up to your like ankles or something.
Hmm.
All right, I tie her to the bench.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So she is now tied to the bench, as is. So both
She's
the
been
tiefling and the
looted,
elf.
has she not?
I took the scrolls out of her pockets. I mean, was there anything else in there?
she had
Go
the short
ahead
bow.
and go ahead and roll. What's the thing I need you to roll for this? Roll investigation.
Perception? Perception? I heard perception?
Oh no,
No,
investigate.
Damn it. 10.
Oh, no modifier. That sucks.
I find fabric.
Yeah, basically, you don't really find anything
These are
else
some
on
really
there.
nice pockets.
Yeah.
She does have a crowbar under her jacket, but that's it.
Ooh, I'm taking it.
What about the short bow and the arrows she probably has on her
Yeah,
back?
she's got her weapon. She's got a short bow and arrows, as well as a short sword.
She's got
should-
some shit.
Take those.
Yeah, I'll throw them on the ground, but the only thing I want to take is just the crowbar. You guys.
Why don't you just throw them into the pond?
All right, that's fine.
Like, we can retrieve them,
All right.
but just this way it's not a thing.
All right,
That
as
short
I'm
bow
carrying-
is probably not going to
Yeah.
work well.
I'm gonna carry the stuff over to the pond, and be like, "Last call, anybody want this?"
I mean,
What, a short
wouldn't
bow?
hurt for some of you to have a short bow for a ranged attack just in case.
I mean, I can use it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll put the short bow down.
How's
What about the
this
rest of
work?
this stuff?
Short bow, you know, the short bow and the arrows.
Anybody want the rest of this stuff?
What was
Nope.
it?
A
What is
short
this?
sword.
Short,
Short
sword,
sword?
yeah.
I
Anyone
don't
want
think
this
I can
sword?
do enough. No.
All right, I look back at the tiefling. I'm like, "Was this expensive?"
Quads?
She sort of looks and she's like, "It's just a sword."
All right, bloop, I drop it.
It's rusting.
Just eventually.
Ooh, I can see it rusting as we speak. Yep. Totally rusting.
All right. Anything else that you guys want to do with your prisoners at the moment?
I'm gonna tie her like so she's laying down on the bench, and then I'm gonna sit on her so she can't get up.
Keeps
Oh my
redoing it.
god!
Okay, you do that, and she there's sort of an immediate exhalation of breath, and like she coughs, and it's very clear she's having difficulty breathing.
Oh, what am I fat? Is that what you're trying to say?
You're just
You're
heavy.
wearing armor.
That too.
Fine. I get up.
She sort of takes like a couple of deep breaths and is noticeably relieved, and then turns to you and just shoots you like the dirtiest look.
I stick my tongue out at her.
Hmm.
Okay.
I do not like this girl.
You sat on her. She has a right to give you the look.
It's the chainmail, okay? And I'm big boned. Relax, people.
All right. Anything else?
I think they're pretty much taken care of, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So then the rest of the morning drags on. A few hours go by, a little bit longer than you guys might have expected. And then you hear the sort of a very light sort of rumbling noise, and then a small sort of landing sound. And Norin and Gax, you can both see from where you are. This is the central platform has descended with Alaya and Ibn on it. And there is distinctly some daylight coming in from the top.
Woohoo.
They walk over to you and over to the artifact and say, very, very well. I see that nothing seems in place. Anything happened last night?
I'm
Not
sitting
that
on the
I can
girl.
think of.
Nah.
No, not that I can think of.
I point in that direction.
Bree, as you say, no, not that I can think of, and Gax points, they turn and they see the tiefling sort of tied up on the bench, and they're like, "Nothing? Are you sure?"
Nah.
Nothing
All
we-
right, I sort of
We couldn't take care of.
think of things on
Oh,
top of all the
oh,
crying.
this girl. Funny story. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. Okay. So, the thing, the great that you want us to watch. So, we're like sitting here, like, well, no one's here yet. But then someone popped up. We're like, what? And like, she like put this big darkness thing. We're like, well, I can't see. But then like we beat them, and like they started crying. And then Garrick was like, oh, she's crying. And I was like, whatever, dude. So we're fine.
So Ibn walks over to you, Zarn, and immediately says, "So what you're saying is these two got in and attempted to steal the Evermelt. Is that correct?"
They attempted to do something. I don't know about steal. It was pretty pathetic.
Noted.
But yeah.
Aaliyah, pay them. I'll go inform the watch. And Ibn sort of scurries back off around to the platform, and it lifts up. Aaliyah sort of looks around and seems to be, there's sort of a palpable relief on her face. Grateful that she was able to find you before these two managed to make off with the Evermelt. She walks to each of you and hands you 25 gold pieces. As was agreed for a single night.
Except Garrick.
And then says, except Garrick, yes, because you agreed to do it for free. And then
I know.
She.
Can I have his share?
Sort of, she looks at you. No. And then a couple of minutes later, the platform goes back down, and Ibn shows up with 2 members of the Carlindale City Watch. They are wearing sort of teal blue uniforms with a light green sort of trim. And both of them are one male, one female elf, both blonde, longish hair. They walk with Ibn and go stand in front of near you. They say, "These 2, the ones tied up, I assume?"
No.
Ibn nods. They both raise an eyebrow at you, Zarn, at that. "We can take them, and they will be held and tried, as per the laws of the city."
I do the finger guns. I'm like, oh.
Is there anything else that did they tell you anything? Anything else that we might need to know for our investigation?
Garrick,
One cried a lot.
Garrick unties Ciara, helps and like undoes her legs, but keeps her hands bound, and then walks her over to the rest of the group, so the watch can take her, whatever. And as they walk over, this was the first time she's ever done anything like this. I found a holy symbol of cord on her. I have a feeling this was not what she bargained for. She didn't give up any information, but because she was just so distraught, like I said, she cried the whole night. I had to do the best I could just so they wouldn't light her up in the pool over here. And,
Lies. Slander.
And then Tiefling here said a secret organization somewhere, and someone named Galland hired
At the
him.
mention of the name Galland, both of the watch members look at each other, eyebrows sort of raised. Continue.
That's all we know. They were hired to come in here. They used a scroll of dimension door. They used one to get in here. This guy over here, pointing to Zarn, took off the second one.
No, I didn't. It's in the pool. It's gone.
You threw it in the pool?
Yep, not in my pocket. Definitely not in my pocket.
Not in this pocket right here.
The 2
Damn.
Not
two
in this
watch
pocket right
members just sort of look at you and
This piece of
shake their
paper?
heads.
That's not it.
And
Oh, this scroll! Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant that other one. Here you go.
the female one says, "Well, thanks. We'll be taking them now. Let us know if you remember anything else. Come to the Gateway Watch headquarters, and someone should be there to hear from you if you remember any other information."
Good job, Garrick. We've had this discussion before. We don't have to tell everything.
Once they leave,
Are you
I'll
saying
say,
this? Are you
I
saying
was
this
gonna
right
say,
now, Bree?
the guards are still there. Good job, Bree. Good job.
She's not
Wish
the
you meant this other
wisest.
guard who was here earlier. That guy. What a dick, right?
So they go ahead and sort of just shaking their heads at one another, collect the 2 prisoners, and make their way out through the top of the center of-
As they leave, as they like take the elf away, Garrick just kind of looks at her and goes, "Don't worry, they'll go easy on you."
Oh my God, marry her already.
No kidding.
Being nice to a woman automatically means that I want to
She's
marry
a
her.
She doesn't
criminal.
seem terribly consoled.
you must have judge friends.
Technically, he knows the keeper and the city guard captain. So
they look at so with that, Ibn and Eli look at each other and say, "Well, thanks for taking care of that." They are a little bit taken aback by the exchange that just happened. They say, "Well, would appreciate it if you keep looking after this in future for the next few nights, as agreed."
Gax says, "Well, it's a good thing this Garland guy doesn't have any insiders in the guard."
They sort of look at each other and nod. Yes.
I mean, that we know of.
Yeah, like the two
Can
that
I-
just left.
At this point,
Wait, did they leave?
Ibn and Elia are sort of saying, well, at this point, we do need to open for business. If you would like to, if we could step out of the museum, please.
Did Garrick tell them about the hotel, the inn too, or did he actually keep that to himself?
Eric did not mention the.
I didn't
tavern.
mention the tavern.
Awesome.
I won't lie, I forgot about
I
the
was
tavern.
gonna say you probably forgot.
You'd have told.
I probably would have said it if I remembered
I
it.
know, he tells everything.
That's the type of character
Not
Garrick
with the
is.
scroll you lost us.
Technically, we
Well,
didn't
Zark
lose the
still got
scroll.
They did
I
not
mentioned
take
it,
the
but they
scroll.
didn't do
Did they
anything.
not take
They
it?
did not take
No.
the scroll. No.
Okay, then I forgive you.
They didn't take
Well,
any
you
of the
don't.
stuff in the water either.
What do you mean
You'll
no, I
never
don't?
you'll never forgive Garrick.
Yes.
He could give you 1,000,000 gold pieces. You would never.
Well, you
forgive
could
him.
have given me your 25 a night, but no.
You didn't say anything.
I did
Nobody-
say something.
No, nobody
I
said
said I would
anything.
take it, but they just ignored me.
That didn't register to, hey, why don't you just give it to me when we finish? It was just, I'll take it. It's a
They're like,
generalization.
oh, I'll work for free.
In any case, they're now sort of Elias beginning to look uncomfortable. No, I really need to prepare for opening. Can we please make our way outside? Thank.
All right, Zarn walks outside.
Okay, so the seven of you make your way to the center of the building and stand there. And after a second, Elias snaps her fingers, and the platform once again raises, putting you back in the cobblestone pavilion above. It is morning. There are multiple people sort of out and about in the area. There are a few people standing, not a ton, but a couple standing in line over at the sort of ticket area that you saw previously. The last time that you guys were here, that has the Museum of Elemental Art sort of banner over it. That appears to be where they purchase entry to the museum. Elia and Evan turn to you and say, well, thank you again. Same time this evening?
Okay.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan. And they both walk off and go about their own personal business. Would you guys like to do anything today, now, or is it sleep time, or what's the plan?
About
Well,
what
I mean-
time is it?
It's like 8 a.m.
Okay.
I'd like to
Yeah,
make
it's
sure
probably-
Lauren's okay.
He's fine.
I mean, he was traumatized and he didn't blubber all night long.
Garrick just walks out.
He doesn't have any compassion for Norin, but a criminal.
I just wasn't saying anything because I was going to the bathroom. Assume I was there, or alternatively, fill me in on what I missed. I would appreciate either of those.
Yeah.
No, we'll never tell.
Well, fine, be that way.
We're just checking it. I was just checking to make sure Norin is okay.
Totally
Garrett
fine.
didn't give a
Everything's fine.
shit.
Everything's fine.
Does anybody want to go to that tavern?
Yeah, I do. I'm
I mean,
great in
I
taverns.
want to.
Sure.
Let's roll.
Okay.
All right. So is that where you're going now?
Does anybody have anything else to do?
I don't have until later, but because Garrick needs to go
tavern.
back to the mask place. And I assume they're not open yet, so a random
Let's go.
cat walks by.
Tavern.
Send my cat.
Okay. So if you want to go to the tavern, to the Minotaur's Horn, you, Zarn, know where it is. You're familiar with it. You have spent some time lately in the Port District and have become familiar with some of the more well-known establishments. The Minotaur's Horn has not the best reputation. It's right on the edge of the Port District where it starts to blend into Asmodin, the sort of tiefling slum area. And it's fairly well known amongst Port District types as being very seedy, not a terribly safe place to be, generally speaking.
I like it.
It seems like a fun place.
Sounds cool to me.
I would like to go in.
You're not. You guys are all just going there, the five of
Yeah.
you.
I'm intending to, yes.
I'm going.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so all five of you make your way to the Minotaur's Horn. It is about 8:30. It's nice and early in the morning by the time you get there. It's open technically, but when you get in there, like the barkeep behind the bar, who is an orc, is standing back there and is just sort of like half-heartedly cleaning some glasses, and the only patrons in there are passed out drunk. Like literally asleep on tables and shit.
Should we come back later, or should we get something to eat?
I was gonna say, does it seem like there's anybody around that looks like they're looking for someone?
Everyone in the room except for the bartender is asleep.
So it's the bartender. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Noran's gonna go sit at the counter and ask what they have food-wise.
The orc sort of looks at you and turns to the side and sort of snorts real hard, and a big glob sort of comes out of his nose and lands on the floor. And he says, "We don't serve food here."
Well, fine then. Noran stands up, walks back over to the group. Guys, I got really bad news. They don't serve food.
Should we come back later?
Maybe we should just is there anything nearby that we could set up a stakeout of types? Could we set up nearby and just watch in case the elf gets out and then or the tiefling gets out and sleeps here?
So this sort of area is, I mean, you guys could just sort of hang out. It gets some foot traffic, probably. You gather in Zarn, I guess you would know this. It gets some foot traffic, but there's not like a cafe or benches or anything around here. It's kind of run down. You could sit somewhere on the street and hang out and watch it, or stand or walk if you wanted to, but there's not really an inconspicuous location for you.
Well, why don't we go run some errands or something first? If you guys have stuff to do, then we can come back. Or do we have time to wait?
Well, I feel like since we've been up all night, we should probably get some sleep.
That makes
That's
sense.
reasonable, yeah.
I could go talk to the bartender if you want.
No, they don't serve food. There's no use to it.
Wait,
You
why
can-
don't we go sleep and then we'll come back?
I,
Or if you want to talk to him now, that's fine.
I want sleep. I want to go back to the inn. You feel it's like he looks back at Bree and then the others. Like if she wants to talk to the bartender, she can do it alone. She's been through the Port District. I don't even know how many times. I feel like she's safe, especially at 8:30 in the morning, or at this time in the morning, I should say.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
I have no
Okay, so
idea
you
where
guys-
my character is supposed to be at an inn. Are we at the same inn or a different
So-
one?
Yeah, so Ibn, as part of his agreement with the two of you, has procured you each rooms at the Gatekeeper's Inn, which is where the other three are staying.
Okay.
So you guys head back to the inn, and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's your plan. Just go to your respective
That's
rooms
fine.
and crash.
Sure.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and call the session here this evening
Sounds good.
after all that jazz.